Then, I would say everything is up and running and ready. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this right now. Welcome to another Maps and Music stream. Today, as you can see in the Churning mists, continuing my Heavensward mapping for my hunt website. And because that alone is too boring to watch, I'm also listening to some new, and today a bit more of the older ones, cover music by various different artists. Just finishing some setups here right now. I have my coffee with me, as I do need it. I'm quite tired today. It's been a long and arduous week. Pretty sick at the beginning of the week, and that's the reason I didn't have the strength to do another stream early in the week for example, re-clears of the Unreal. I hope next week it will work, that I can do a few more streams, but next to that I also have a lot of music that came up this week. Of practices, mostly in the evening. A lot of rehearsals with various different bands. And last night a concert that I went to listen for once. Well then, I think everything is up and running. As you can see, my covered face, sun is shining pretty brightly right now. It shouldn't take too much longer until it's actually hidden behind the blinds, so I'm not gonna bother closing them. I want some light in my room right now. But actually, according to the weather app on my phone, it should be raining and storming right now, as it is in game. That should be weather outside, but it's not. It's actually pretty bright and sunny. Well then, I'm not gonna stall much longer. Everything should be up and running now. For those that are here the first time, the rules are pretty simple. What I'm going to do now. On the bottom screen you will see me just map out these individual hunt targets here. Posting the individual points for all of these here in the Churning mists. It's quite a lot, but let's see how long it'll take. And while doing that, I'll be listening to some Final Fantasy XIV cover music that you can see on the top screen there. I simply search on YouTube for Final Fantasy XIV cover music. I have a few different search queries that I'm using, because it's very difficult sometimes to find new stuff on YouTube due to the very horrible algorithm they're using. And during the week I'm just updating a list with new tracks that got released. This week though, it was just one single track that I did find, even checking this morning again. So we only have one track that I will show and react to today, sadly, but I have a long, very long list, backup list of all the tracks. It's about, I think, 500 tracks that I could just take, or just going through, that I will go through afterwards, and I just can take one that I want from there. So I will continue with my backlog catalog that I have set up. So there won't be any issue with not having any music. There's so much amazing music out there for FFXIV. So many amazing covers that people really should listen to, and I hope I can at least give some more focus on these tracks through these streams here that I'm doing on Sunday mornings, because they deserve to be heard by more people. That is my goal for these streams. And as I said, I'm just looking for FFXIV covers that were at least either made completely new, completely fresh, or where people did play along to the track. There are some, I think there's one today, one bass cover, if I'm not mistaken. That just is a play along to the track. That also works perfectly fine for me. What doesn't work is a made up song, or people that do bar performances of other songs that are not FFXIV themed. Those I will exclude from the list. But the rest I will just play one by one as they show up in my search results, usually. Or chronologically. Now then, the first track, however, let me now turn in-game music off here. First track, however, is a... let's keep it on for my explanation. First track I will play right now, though, to start with, is a different one. It's not a FFXIV track, simply because... first of all, I can do whatever I want, it's my stream, but it's a track I made, so I don't want to drop too much lore yet. I'm still making the last finishing touches to the full small album release. Let's just say that I'm working on something different on a second channel. It's the one that you can actually see already on the top screen. Imagine that this second channel is like a digital version, basically, of myself. A digital being that creates more or less digital music. I think that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm still working with artists to get him to life, to give him some artwork that I can show you how he looks like. It's not gonna be a VTuber. I'm not gonna stop anything on or do any live streaming with that character. He is solely online. Well, this also is online, but I mean he's only on the music side, YouTube side, and streaming and all these platforms, and the blog that I'm helping or started doing, so to stay completely on the online space, and the rest is my stuff with my face here, as you can see, will stay on my channel. Yeah, first I'm gonna start with that one, before then diving into FFXIV tracks. So now I'm gonna mute that one and switch over. So here you go. This track is called Digital World. And the video that you can see, by the way, is the first time I tried to make an animation and a video out of Unreal Engine. And just should showcase a bit how I felt during making of the track. Or what the track should feel like. The background music to the place in the scene. So let's go. Digital World by Aiino. That was the first track that I released as Aiino, with many more to follow. But now let's go into Final Fantasy 14, or rather Final Fantasy 11 music, because as you know there is the new raid series that has Final Fantasy 11 themed bosses and music, and therefore there is also now some Final Fantasy 14 and 11 crossover tracks covers out there. And that's the first one I'm going to showcase this morning. It's the track Bridge of the Distant Chains. No, that's the fight. The track is Depth of the Soul. That's the track. Arranged by Sebastian Kingsley. Or reimagined. And by the way, I'm trying to adjust the volume as we go. All these tracks have always different volume levels and not that easy to gauge them from the start. So if the volume is rising and lowering during the track, I'm trying to adjust that and get it out. Words. It's too early in the morning. Can't speak yet. Let's do some music. I've not heard this track yet, this arrangement. Much brighter than the original. Ooh, the bass. Like the bass. And electric guitar. Ooh. Nice addition. Drum set is also slightly stronger. And the piano now. Ooh, that's a nice arrangement. Oh, nice face. Love the glockenspiel there. The addition of piano is really, really great choice there. Now pulling it back, as the original does, though. And actually sounding much more major in tone before shifting back to the minor in the repeat. I really enjoyed that arrangement. And while I was thinking, while I appreciate having original Final Fantasy 11 tracks in 14, I also had wished that they had made something new, some reimagined tracks, some remastered tracks in there. Even maybe by the same composer, because the one who does the Final Fantasy 11 music, he sometimes posts some drafts and just some fun stuff that he creates on Twitter and on his SoundCloud page, and he does so much more, especially EDM stuff, that's just really crazy, the thing that he comes up with. And combining that, his EDM tracks with Final Fantasy 11 could, especially now considering what we know about how this place came to be, it could work really, really well. And maybe that's what they will go for, I don't know, in the next part of the Raid series, now that we know that it's... I'm not talking to you, Google. Now that we know that it's actually electro-based, we will see. I'm looking forward to it, though. And now, the next track on my list here is actually the first, but the only track that's completely new this week that I found while browsing around. Let me just check which the next enemy, I guess in there. Let's go in there. The only track that's new this week, the one before from 11 was already posted a few months ago, but this one is new from this week, 7 days ago, to be more precise. It just got uploaded right after my previous stream. It's a Trail Unending arrangement cover by Richard Huang. Let's go. One of my most favorite tracks from DAWNTRAIL. Not listened to this one before. Interesting second melody in there. Bells. Very strong horns. fire. His arrangements are so amazing. Bass synth. Having shivers all over. That's how beautiful this track is. It's already over. I could listen to this track. To another repeat of this one. A really gorgeous cover there. And by the way, all the tracks I'm listening to today will again be linked in the description down below on YouTube, so you can listen to them yourself without me interrupting them with my speeches. And also there's a playlist down there where I will link all of these tracks into, so you can just turn that one on, turn it on shuffle, and have music for many, many hours now. And as I was saying earlier, there's also this. There are also adding here covers of the kind that just are play-alongs to tracks, and that's one of them. It's a bass cover to the track DAWNTRAIL by NR. And we are now back 6 months in the timeline. Let's go. I've listened to that one already, and I was very impressed back then, and I'm still impressed right now. Even now, it's still amazing to listen to this cover. Those slaps are amazing. beautiful base cover of Open Sky or of DAWNTRAIL. Really gorgeous. And so far I'm actually pretty quick with mapping out those enemies, but it might bite me back later with some of the others. Or maybe I will miss some, because there are a few smaller islands that also have enemies on there. We will see. Next on the list, as I'm just going down memory lane, we have a collaboration between Sleeping Penguin and Husky by the Geek, a duo for the ages. I love both of those amazing artists. They make so great 14, not only 14, but mainly 14 covers. And here we have one, Warning, Soul Hazard. No, it's that's a difficult word for me to say. Anatomy of Existence. It's a Warning Soul Hazard edit. That's what Sleeping Penguin titled it. There we go. Anatomy of Existence by Sleeping Penguin and Husky by the Geek. Let's go. And I have listened to that one before. It's been out for a while now. The track to Origenics. A part is more Sleeping Penguin. Sleeping Penguin's work. Still looking for a great choir plugin like that one. Here we have Husky joining in. love to see EQs that Sleeping Penguin used for this track. Especially ones for the drum part there. For once they were Bunny Boy doing this part. We're doing this playthrough. But Husky also a Lalafell. Let's continue down the memory lane with something slightly calmer, let's say that way. Close in the Distance. A cover by Kikyo Futaba. And sorry for any mispronunciations of names. Let's go.
Whispers falling silently drift on the wind, but I hear you are churning. Now a memory fading from sight, but I see you.
A very delicate voice. Gorgeous piano play too.
True sunset, blood red skies tranquil after the storm. This shadow turning undine, always night follows day. The sun will shine again.
What a beautiful cover. Let's see, does it say who the piano was? Doesn't say. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And next on the list we have something a bit more... a bit louder again, let's say it that way. A risky bet. The Arcadian M4S Phase 2 track. An orchestral cover arrangement by Daweii Miku. Let's go. These arrangements always make me want to listen to them actually live played by a real band on stage, or even play along in the band. Switch there. You probably can't hear it, but it's very stereo in my ears. It really simulated the whole orchestra experience. So please listen to them afterwards with your own headsets to enjoy the full range. just a fade out at the end. For good arrangement, it should, or for a usable arrangement on stage, it would need an ending. But I also couldn't think of one right now from the top of my head. Maybe at the end there could be possible to end this on a high note. There, yeah. By a gorgeous arrangement. Very well done. The next one is from an artist I hope that we will get new music soon from. I think they took a small break from making cover music, but I hope we'll get some new stuff soon. It's Hinode Kani, and he also, not also, but it's the first phase of this fight, Give It All. Cover with official lyrics. So is it a... Oh, we will see. DAWNTRAIL, Give It All by Hinode Kani. Featuring BTK, so I guess we get some singing too. I love his covers. Also the bass in the background. Yeah. Switch up of the beat. Subtle but effective. Again. Gorgeous cover of Give It All. And I only have a few more enemies left, although I have missed one in my list here. So I have to go back to a different spot later. I feared I would miss one, but it's okay. Now the thing is, I'm always trying to showcase as many different ones as possible and not repeat the same artist in one episode, but I thought I'm just going down the list and there was one person in there, Sebastian Kingsley, who had released a few tracks right in a row, and therefore I thought, yeah, let's just put another one in a bit later down the list. Another Final Fantasy 11 track that is now present in 14 is the Archangel's background music. Fighters of the Crystal. Here we go. Interesting harp sound there. Very clean trumpet. Sounds gorgeous. Choir. The xylophone. Very nice arrangement. Nice cover of this 11 track. Much more close to the original than his other arrangements. Really nice, really nice. I'm always lost for words, I'm sorry. And as I continue down, I only now notice that I actually also have a second track from Sleeping Penguin in my list. So here we go. Sleeping Penguins, Be My Honey. Instrumental version, so no vocals. Let's go. So if you need a track to sing along to. Gorgeous arpeggio. I mean, it's the original, but still, it's... So many nuances, so many different small details in this track. I can shine brightly now with this instrumental version. And that bass drop is just so iconic. Sleeping Penguin is a magician when it comes to arranging tracks. It'll take a long time until I get to their level, if ever. But I'm working on it myself, so keep making music. There's a lot going on in this track. A lot of small details. And Sleeping Penguin managed to capture them perfectly. And I'm getting closer to having all mapped out. Just 3 more enemies left to go. But I still have obviously more music to share. The next track is a guitar cover. Classic guitar by mauricemori. Again, sorry for any mispronunciations. And he covered Windswept Echoes, which should be Urukupacha, if I'm not mistaken. We will hear. I think it was Urukupacha. Let's go. No, that's a different one. Some fast fingers there. And amazing tempo control. And feeling for different tempo. Nice ending there to the song. So glad I'm going back in time, because some of these older tracks, they deserve to be heard too. And speaking of older tracks, then I have to load up my list. I have prepared those 10 tracks, but now we are not yet done with all the enemies. There are 2 more to go, and I have to load a few more tracks. So the next on my backlog list is another Be My Honey track. Another cover of Be My Honey by MelodyCrystel. Let's go. The synthesized vocals. gorgeous harmonies. These simpler MIDI melodies or MIDI instruments sounds full. An interesting usage of a bass voice in my... Ooh, nice effect. A bass voice in my right ear. There during the refrain. Very smart arrangement. Second. Here we have the main vocals in the middle, a high voice in my left ear and a low voice in my right, creating a pretty nice harmony. Very smart. Very smart usage of stereo and different harmonies there. I really enjoyed that. And I am on my final enemy, but I have time for one more cover at least. Unchanging, Everchanging by Pei-Ying. Again, sorry for any mispronunciations of the names. Let's go. Lakeland Night Theme. Okay. Interesting make this one major. It works, it works. Maybe it's the sound that made it major. Of the sound of the recording. Full range of piano use there. Really nice car. I'm just checking real quick. I thought there was another entrance here on this structure, but I guess I thought this entrance here. Okay. Thought it was another one down there, but there isn't. There's nothing. Maybe there used to be one and they changed it? That could also be the case. So with that, I have finished mapping the churning mists. I still have to adjust the black circles that will do the calculation, but I can do this off stream. It's rather boring to watch me reset these over and over again to make them as perfect as they can be. So I will do that off stream. Let's switch back to the game and turn in-game music back on. And with that, I'm one step closer to having mapped out the entirety of Heavensward. Let me quickly check the schedule. I hope I can do next week as well. It is Mother's Day though next week, so don't forget that. But I should be able to do another stream next week. I'm not sure yet about the 18th. Maybe the 18th one will be a shorter stream because there is something coming up on that day. But next week should still be possible to make another stream. Then I will do the Dravanian Hinterlands. That will be next week's target to finish or to map those. Oh, shooting star, nice. Yeah, with that, I think that's all I want to do. It went a bit faster than I anticipated, to be honest, which I'm glad. I will now edit the video, put all the links in the description of the music that we heard today. I'm also always leaving a nice comment on those new tracks if I didn't already have done. Some of these tracks are already a few months old and I have already commented them and listened to them, so I'm not gonna do another comment there, but I will do on the newest track that we heard today. Gonna like and comment them, and I will add them to the description down below and into the playlist so you can listen to them yourself. And I'm also gonna add some timestamps into the YouTube video to quickly find the song that I listened to, as I usually do with every episode. And with that, I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, rather keep an eye out for my other persona, my other identity, that other digital soul that's out there. I have finished a lot more songs that I will now get ready to release. I still have to do some more music videos though, and have to come up with some ideas for music videos that I want to put in there. And also I'm still doing Final Fantasy XIV covers, but I wanted to give this other idea finally some substance. I had this idea at the beginning of the year and have been working on it for now, music wise and with different artists to make some art, so I'm glad I'm finally able to start releasing some of that stuff, and you will see a lot more in the coming weeks and months. So then, thank you very much for tuning in, and until meeting again next time, hopefully this time with a really clear stream on Tuesday. It should be possible. I don't think I have anything yet on Tuesday evening, but we will see. Just keep an eye out for announcements on YouTube and social media. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye. And it's a new month, and I should update this list. I have not yet, so you can see the previous month's subscribers and supporters over on Patreon and on Ko-fi. Thank you very, very much for your support.